Stan Barrett losing it coming out of turn number 2. We see some scuff marks on the retaining wall out there in turn number 2. I'm not sure if those are his or not, but I'm pretty sure that he did come in contact with the retaining wall. There is Stan Barrett climbing out of his wrecked race car, which has come to a rest on the inside, and Barrett will undoubtedly be through for the afternoon.
This, of course, a situation where that is along the back pit area. The drivers are pitting on both sides of the super speedway here at Rockingham. That's the back pit, 24 automobile there with Cecil Gordon's car. And Stan Barrett coming away. It was a wild ride for Stan Barrett. Not all that dissimilar to that last lap, last turn in Daytona. There you see him, as you alluded to, the scuff marks on the retaining wall. The car goes to the wall, buys it, and then careens right across. And there you see, right sweeping across the turn came Cale Yarborough, Richard Petty, and Bobby Allison. So Stan Barrett just did manage to scoot away, and now on pit road, Bob Jenkins and Odette Jarrett is there as we see Stan Barrett.
Harry Gant from Taylorsville, North Carolina. Harry, can you make it 13?
Yeah, Ned, the car is running exceptionally well. It's handling real good. And with a little luck today, we can win the race. You know, the main thing here is having good luck, so it'll be at the finish.
You're going to be carrying our CBS camera. You're going to give fans something to look at.
I hope so. It'll be our first win if we win today, and the camera staying all day long. You know, the camera's going to get every lap. Folks at home can kind of get a feeling of what it is running on this 2.5-mile racetrack, 2.6-mile racetrack, and we hope we can get the checkered flag right through this window when the camera.
Harry Gant in car number 33 on the right started the 500-mile run from the pole position. Late in the race, Harry Gant in car 33 still looking for his first Grand National win, blew an engine. Look at the damage on the right front of the race car right here at Martinsville Speedway in Virginia. Harry Gant driving the Skoal Buick.
On the front row, Harry Gant in his number 33 Skoal Bandit.
On the pole, 162.5 miles an hour. The Bandit, Harry Gant. In the Burt Reynolds and Hal Needham Skoal Bandit Chevrolet, prepared by Travis Carter.
Long Pond, Pennsylvania, and Pocono International Raceway, where the celebration continues for Harry Gant, who has won this White Cola 500.
White flag has been displayed, and he's on his last couple of circuits here at the famed Darlington Raceway. Your leader, Harry Gant. He works out of turn 2, Bob, and heads down the backstretch for the final time.
Harry Gant has the Southern 500 victory within his sights into turn number 3 for the final time. There is a little bit of race traffic in front of him, but it should present no problem. Harry Gant now moves in turn number 4, comes off of the corner and sees the checkered flag from Harold Kinder, and there it is. Harry Gant has won the Southern 500 for 1984.
Harry, was there any particular moment, was a turning point for you that that sort of turned it around for Terry?
No, not really. I just planned to start the race, and I just mainly wanted to try to be there at the end. And then we got lucky enough to get to about 4th or 5th, you know, towards the time before the lights caution. And then I run the car as hard as I could go, and I managed to go all the way to the front. But earlier in the race, you know, I put on 4 tires. When I saw Terry pass him, I knew it was going to be awfully hard to catch. And I drove awful hard to try to catch him, and, you know, I was wearing it out pretty bad, you know. So maybe if I took it a little easier, I might have maybe got it closer. I don't think I could have beat him out.
Probably not. Well, congratulations on a super drive for second place, sir.
Thank you.
We're heading down towards the white flag and 1 lap to go. Harry Gant, if he can hold on, and fuel is a bit of a question right now. Will he make it this final lap? He's got to be cutting it close.
Well, you'd think he would. Now, you've seen the 15 car come in while they're going to take on fuel, and Harry didn't pit, and neither did Junior with the 11 car, so I don't know. It's going to be close.
Well, Harry's lead is about half a lap now, so if Harry can just hold it together as he comes into turn 3, he will win this race for the 2nd year in a row. Gant's in the turn now. The crowd on their feet. Here comes Harry down the front straightaway. He takes a checkered flag from Harold Kinder, and Harry Gant has won the Delaware 500.
The next time around, Harry Gant will receive the white flag from Harold Kinder, and he will be on his final circuit of this 5/8-mile oval. Here he is out of turn number 4. The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go, and Harry Gant has his 3rd win of 1985 in Winston Cup competition. He comes out of corner number 2.
Not much traffic ahead of him. It's going to be easy sailing, it appears, for Harry Gant. He's in turn 3 now. Keeps the car low on the racetrack. Off of corner number 4, onto the main straightaway. Harry Gant wins the Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Harry Gant, the last time you were here, your race wound up at a very violent conclusion. How do you feel about starting here again at Pocono after such a violent wreck?
Well, we look at this just like it's another race. You know, we sort of forget the troubles and things we have in the past race, and the car's running good today, and we're looking forward, you know, for a good finish today.
Harry, there's so much fog here right now that on the home straightaway where we are, it's impossible to see the backstretch, and yet you've all been ordered into the cars. What's going to happen here?
Well, we hope they won't start it till they, you know, the fog lifts before they throw the green flag. It'd be pretty bad right now, I think, but hopefully it's going to clear up and where we can see a little better, and we'll get this race in and get it over with. You know, we got another race next week, but we hope that we'll be able to get this one in today.
How will the weather affect your setup?
I don't think it's going to affect it any. We tested the car in qualifying. You know, it was damp conditions earlier when we practiced and cool, and then we tried it again yesterday, and after the ARCA race, the track was hotter and slicker, and it seemed to work just as good, so I don't think it's going to affect anybody much. It may affect some on a different type track of this size. This being so flat and all you set up, it's not going to make a lot of difference, I don't think, in any of the cars.
Last time the Winston Cup cars ran here, Harry Gant crashed out. This time, he's on the pole with a new track record.
Oh, Shepard is loose. Earnhardt tags him, and Shepard goes into the wall. Benny Parsons spins to the infield, and Shepard took at least one car with him. Neil Bonnet's car goes up on its left side, along with Bobby Hillen. And quickly, we're back under caution for a grinding incident coming out of turn number 2. 6 cars in all were in it. I believe Harry Gant was the car pinned to the outside retaining wall behind Shepard.
There you see Jim O'Donnell has just run off the racetrack. He's already up into turn 6 now. You see everybody cannot see. There's no way they can see through there, and everybody's taking a different line. A number of cars get together. There's Harry Gant, Morgan Shepard. They got together. Bill Schmidt's elsewhere. He got off the racetrack. I counted about 10 cars getting off the racetrack.
And they took some back-end damage. They can fix that, but that doesn't help much. Beat up the suspension some.
Right now, Ken, Harry Gant is still in the lead lap. If he can get in the pits, get back out, he still will be in the lead lap.
Kyle feels he's very much in the hunt to try and grab second spot. Kyle is inside of Labonte. They touch. Can Labonte save it? The car goes around on him. They have caution on the speedway. Gant hit by Kolicki. Kolicki hits Labonte. Nowhere to go. Here comes the field stacking up a good 12, 14, 15 cars. You count them. Your basic high-priced parking lot here coming off turn 4 at Fairgrounds Raceway. All started by Labonte and Kyle Petty as Kyle tried to make the inside move, and look at the carnage.
Oh, there is Sirloin, the car that Alan Kolicki backed into the wall a couple of years ago and ran so long, and boy, Sirloin is maybe through for the day. Look at Gant backwards trying to back the Skoal Bandit Chevrolet up to try to prevent any more damage.
We have a car in the wall. It is Harry Gant. In number 33 has slammed the wall in turn number 2.
I think this was a tire again. I think that's the same place that everyone else has hit it, and I'm sure he probably lost a right front tire. 9th caution of the day.
Well, the unfortunate luck of the Hal Needham team. North Wilkesboro 85, last time they had a victory. Let's see what happened to Harry Gant.
I'm sure he just lost a tire and shot up there and hit it hard. The cameraman in that turn just got back to us and said he definitely blew a tire, and he hit the wall hard, and you can see him riding it out, so I'm sure that'll finish Harry for the day.
Sounded like a howitzer.
Well, other than winning the race, I suppose if anybody has an opportunity or a reason to be very happy today, it would be this gentleman, Morgan Shepard. In a substitute role, Morgan, you looked like anything but a sub today.
Well, Larry, the car just worked great all day. Travis and all the guys done a good job with the chassis. The Hoosier tires worked good. And I just like to say hi to Harry back home, and hope he's getting that leg recuperated so he can, maybe we'll have a little better luck by the time he gets back in the car.
Morgan, I'll tell you what amazed me the most. Communication is so important, and this is your first time with these guys, yet obviously you communicated very well.
We did. I think we hit it off right at the start. We ran a little bit, and we didn't do a whole lot of practicing. There's a lot of guys that practiced a whole lot. I told Travis what I felt like the car needed. He gave it to me, and the car ran good all day.
Also, the race ended just in time for Morgan. They finished on maybe 6.5 cylinders.
Well, our congratulations to Morgan Shepherd.
Bad crash in the back straightaway, out of 2. A bad crash, and Harry Gant's car has been wrapped up along with 52. Harry Gant's car on fire up in turn number 3, trying to come into the pits. Gant's number 33 coming to a halt.
The fire blew out. The car looked terrible at one time. The gasoline was coming on the headers, but the car kept moving, and Harry is crawling out of the car. Seems to be fine.
Ernie Irvan's car number 2 is pressed up against the wall on the outside. Jimmy Means' car was also involved.